Still $3.91. Still $3.91. Oh, there we go, $3.90. Okay, great. Welcome back to Maxi's Kitchen. It is amazing to have you here. Today I'm gonna show you how to make a super easy artisan loaf of bread. Like, look at how gorgeous this is. This is the type of thing where if you pull this out for a dinner party, it's game over. People are going to go nuts and they're gonna love you because like a warm, crunchy crust hot loaf of bread is just the best thing in the world. You're gonna be shocked by how easy it is. I'm not like a professional bread maker by any means, so I feel like I'm actually the right person to show you how to do this because it's a really easy, foolproof method. You don't even need to knead it. So let's hop in. Alrighty, so the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna measure out our dry ingredients. For making bread, I do highly recommend getting a kitchen scale because it'll give you so much more precision. This one was like $10 from Amazon. It's like greatergoods.com/0480. So maybe check that. It's not, yeah, I think that's the brand, but it's great. And what you do is you basically just change the unit. So now it's in grams. Then you put the bowl on top, zero it out. So now it says 0 grams. And then I can go ahead and measure the flour. For flour, we want 390 grams, and that's about 3 cups. So if you don't have a scale, you can do it without, but get a scale, it's really nice. And it's just actually much easier too. Go ahead and pour in 390 grams and it'll sneak up on you. So when you start getting close, like slow down. A lot of the times I do accidentally pour too much in. Okay, I'm at 312, 389. Let's see if we can shake 1 more gram in. Okay, 391. Still 391. Still 391. Oh, there we go, 390. Okay, great. Using a bread flour is recommended. King Arthur's great. There's also an Artisan bread flour by Bob's Red Mill, but I think it is a little bit more expensive, but I think for bread, it's worth it to get a bread flour. And to that, we are going to add yeast. So 3/4 teaspoon yeast. I get mine this kind of like instant, fast acting in this envelope. Super easy, so just pour that in. I'm gonna add 1.5 teaspoons salt. And then I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of sugar. And the sugar is there because it'll actually feed the yeast when we add the liquid. And that's what's gonna kind of activate it and give it something to eat, because I guess yeast is alive, which is kind of creepy, but we're going with it. Okay, now we are going to add our water. And you want your water to be between 75 and 85 degrees. Mine's 90 degrees. You don't want it to be too hot because it'll kill the yeast, but you want it to be warm enough so that it kind of activates it. So I was thinking it would cool down by the time I was doing this, but I'm gonna add a little bit of cool water. And I forgot to say, but I think you could see, use a meat thermometer to get the temperature of the water. It's just supposed to be lukewarm water though, so if you don't have a meat thermometer, that's okay. You can forge ahead without it, you're gonna be fine. So I'm using my scale again, and I switched it to the milliliters setting. So before I was using grams, now I'm using milliliters, and I'm gonna pour in 300 milliliters of water. Uh-oh. Actually, hold on 1 second. What I forgot to do is I'm gonna mix together the dry ingredients first. See, cooking doesn't have to be perfect. We all make mistakes and forget things, and it's fine. It all turns out beautifully. Okay, so mix together the dry first, forgot to say that. Okay, and now we are going to pour in our 300 milliliters of water. So as I pour, I see the number on the kitchen scale go up. I'm at 149, and with the water, it's hard to take out, so I really try not to go over. 293, 299. Should I not risk it, or should I get 1 more milliliter? There we go, 300. Okay, so we can now remove our scale. Thank you for your service. And now I like to do this with a wooden spoon, but we're just gonna mix it until kind of a shaggy mass of dough forms. This is a no-knead bread again, so it's super easy. So just go ahead and mix that up. And I'm telling you, this is such a fun thing to make for guests because it's so delicious when it comes out. It has this like crispy outer crust, and everybody's so impressed, and it's so easy, as you're seeing. This is like all we have to do for the dough, so just keep mixing until all of that flour is fully incorporated. So you can see, oh, try to get it so you can see better, but I'll wait till the little floury bits are mixed in. I'm gonna try to get some of this in. Here's my very janky methods. Okay. So now you can see how there's like a shaggy dough ball here. This is perfect. And now we're gonna cover it and let it rise for 2 hours. And I always use plastic wrap to cover it. And you wanna let it rise in a warm environment. So here's a really good tip actually. Oven should be turned off, but if you put it in your oven and just turn off on the light, that's a warm environment. Or if it's warm where you live, like I'm in LA, I could just put it outside, but I'll do the light oven trick and you'll see that it works really well. See ya in 2 hours, fast forward time, and I'll be right back. Okay, 2 hours has gone by in the real world. I know for you it was much quicker. Advantage of being on YouTube. So let's see how our bread is doing. I always love seeing how it changes. Look how much bigger it is. It's definitely doubled in size, which is what we're looking for. Here, I'll take off the plastic. Look at that. Gorgeous. So yeah, definitely much bigger. It's kind of like airy and it's a little bit sticky, so you definitely want to make sure that you've got flour on your surface. And now we're just gonna knead it a little bit, hardly at all. I still call this recipe no knead. And then we're gonna create kind of like a tensive dough ball. So we are going to get it out of the bowl. There's like these, I think it's called a French scraper spatula that is good for getting bread out of a bowl. My mom has it, I don't have one, so I'm just gonna use my hands. Oh my gosh, look at our baby. Hello, welcome to the world. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna fold it on top of itself a couple times. So just kind of wake it up. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the world. Happy to have you here. Okay, make sure the surface is floured. Again, we're just gonna fold it onto itself a few times. And then we're gonna start kind of taking pieces from the outside and pinching in, okay? So we're just kind of grabbing from the outside and pinching in. And this is what's gonna create kind of a dough ball, and you'll see it'll get a little bit smaller. Looks so pretty. And then what you'll see start happening is the top will become quite smooth. So this side is becoming nice and smooth. That's what we want. And if it's getting sticky, just kind of dust it with a little bit more flour. If your hands are sticky, you can dust your hands with flour. But this is looking quite good. I mean, this is so easy, right? Anybody can do this, and your whole fam and friends are gonna be so impressed. So now that we have a dough ball, and actually I'm gonna get a little more flour. Again, pinching from the outside and kind of bringing it into this middle seam. So now that we've got our ball, what you wanna do is turn it over and then just go like this a few times and just make sure, yeah, just kind of tuck under with both hands. And you're just creating your nice, beautiful little ball. So now we've got our ball. It's nice and smooth on top. That's a good sign. That's what you want. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and put it in a proofing basket or just another bowl. The proofing basket's nice because it gets like these nice lines and ridges on the dough ball. So then we're just gonna cover it and let it rise for about 30 more minutes, and it should double in size. Easy. Don't put the dough in the oven, so just put it in like another warm place to rise. Now what we need to do is we actually need to preheat the oven, because you want to preheat it for a while so it gets nice and hot, and I'm gonna go to 450. And what you want to do is you actually want to preheat the Dutch oven that you're gonna cook the bread in the oven, so that this gets all hot too. So go ahead and put that in, the whole thing, top and bottom. We're gonna put it in the oven to preheat for like 35 minutes or however long this takes to double in size. See you back soon. Okay, so it's been about 35 minutes, and look, our beautiful bread has doubled in size for sure. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna get out a piece of parchment paper. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go like this, and then like that, and then there's our beautiful bread. And see how it has these like ridges? I don't know, I feel like that looks super professional. So this proofing basket's from Amazon too. Very inexpensive. So there is a tool that you're supposed to use to cut a slit in the top, but I don't know where it is. So I'm just gonna use a knife. And I don't know, sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't, but we'll see if it does this time. But usually when it bakes, it looks cool to have a slit cut. So we'll see if it works. So now we're gonna get our preheated Dutch oven out of the oven. Okay, and watch out because it is very hot. Remove the lid, and then we're gonna get our bread. We're going to place it, careful, place it in the Dutch oven, put the lid back on, and now we are going to bake it for about 30 minutes, and then we're gonna take off the lid and finish it for about 15 minutes with the lid off. Here we go. Okay, for the moment you have all been waiting for, the big reveal of the beautiful bread. And I forgot to mention, you do turn the heat down to 400 for the last like 10 minutes. It's like 30 minutes and 10. I'll put it in the description, so look there. All right, coming out of the oven. Oh my gosh, you guys. Look how pretty it is. Yay! It is just stunning. Wow. Oh, I'm just in awe of the beauty. Things that make me happy. Bread that looks like this. And it was so easy, right? Didn't you see how easy it was? So the way I like to serve it is, I feel like it looks nice on just like a big dramatic cutting board. And then I like this Kerrygold butter. It's the Irish butter. They've got it at Costco. I sprinkle that with Maldon salt. And you want to let the butter come down to room temperature. If you remember, today I didn't really remember, but it'll be fine. Then what we're gonna do is lift our beauty out and put it onto the cutting board. Oh my gosh. And I can tell it has like a nice crispy outer crust. Happy, happy, happy. Buttered up. Okay, time for the taste test. I buttered it up. There's salt on there. It is so dreamy. I'm telling you, incredible. And it's so easy, as you saw. So I really hope this inspires you to make this bread. Oh my gosh, I need another bite. It's insane. I'm so excited for you to make it. Thank you so much for watching the video. I truly, truly appreciate it. I'm sending you so much love. Like and subscribe. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and see you back here next week. Mwah.